Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 14 of our Transport Fever 2 Let's Play. If you're new to the channel, feel free to check out some of the older videos in the series. And if you're liking the series, like, comment, subscribe, let me know how I'm doing. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into episode 14. So right now we're taking a look at one of our Canadian Air cargo planes that's transporting machine tools up to Droitwich and then goods over to Sturbridge area. And then eventually it will transport tools back here. One of the reasons that we're looking at this plane is that I actually went ahead and added a couple more planes onto the line off screen. I did a couple things off screen that I'm going to go over here in a minute, just because they were a little tedious. Like for instance, adding these planes, I had to wait for the planes to be spaced out and then add them in so that they would be, you know, a bit more spaced. It was a little tedious, and you can see these ones even got pretty bunched up, so it looks like I didn't even do that good of a job at spacing them out. But that's fine. They'll space themselves out. They'll figure themselves out eventually. So a couple of things that we did off screen while we wait for this autosave is I actually went through and upgraded all of our buses. If you remember at the end of the last episode, we got the new buses. So I just went through and made sure that, you know, all of those lines had the new buses. And the funny thing is that right before I started recording this video, if we go to a road depot, you'll see that we actually got brand new buses. Now, they're not a huge upgrade. Actually, they are. 5 more capacity. I'll probably use these on the inner city routes. So, for instance, these routes here, where there are really good numbers using these buses. If we come into like our lines, find our buses, sort by buses, you'll see that there's one I missed, and we'll get to that later because Ulverston is kind of a mess. So like if we come in here, this Colchester route has a ton of people. What are the other routes here? The Wadhurst. Hornsey is one? No, I don't remember. But I'm confident that these lines deserve some upgraded buses, so we'll give them these articulated buses. These lines are doing really well. They're moving people not only to the airport, but also between the cities, so... And these articulated buses look really cool. The vehicles in general in this game, I think, look awesome. So that's one of the things, or I guess two of the things we did. We added a few more planes. We upgraded the buses. I upgraded all of our airports to the newer airports. Again, a little tedious. I just had to wait for no planes to be on it. Like, I can't actually upgrade it right now because there's a vehicle in the way. So I had to go through and wait for the planes to move out of the way to actually be able to upgrade them. Now, one thing that I actually wanted to do here is you can see that we have 2 lines coming in here. So I'm going to add another... I think it's a passenger terminal. And then I'm going to come in here and edit one of these lines and have it go to the second terminal. Now, I kind of screwed that up. Just because he now missed his stop, but that's okay. So that was one thing that I wanted to do. What else did we do off screen? I went through and upgraded all of our passenger rail to high speed and electrified. Again, very tedious, just me going around the map. I even did it to all these commuter rail lines. So that's everything that we did off screen right before I started recording this video, and I just wanted to fill you guys in. So one of the first things that we're going to do is we are going to get the new commuter trains that we actually got, I think it was like 2 episodes ago they came out and I just missed it. So I'm going to swap these out. So like right now we currently have 2 of these CLEs on this line. Capacity 20 each, so 40 total, 78 miles an hour. We're going to swap them out for this. So it's got more capacity, almost 3 times as much. Same speed, but 9 times loading speed versus 2. So these are all going to be replaced. And these are great. These move a ton of people. They're really efficient with their movement. And then I'm just going to go through here and swap out all of these for these upgraded commuter trains, if you want to call them that. So then we just need to come in here, upgrade these. And I noticed a couple issues around the map. Just kind of while I was browsing, you know, off screen before we started, trying to figure out what we were doing today. So that's going to be the type of thing that I want to deal with today. Just kind of cleaning up some of the things that we had done in previous episodes that are just either not working or that we kind of did wrong initially. So going over to Ulverston, that's going to be the first thing that we want to deal with. If I can find it right here. This is something that we did early in the game, and it's just kind of not working anymore. And part of the reason is the way that Ulverston is developed. It is a sprawling mess with no major roads with, you know, bus lanes on them, and as a result, our bus route is just kind of bizarre. And I went in here to upgrade these buses, and now even looking at that might be tram territory. We've got, you know, almost 100 people at a bunch of these stops. But first we're going to rework this road layout, and this is going to be a mess, so I'm going to pause it real quick. We are going to have to delete this road out of here because we need to fit in a road with bus lanes. And to do so is just going to make everything kind of unhappy. So I'm going to try and make this look good. Now, where are we going to punch through? I think I'm going to delete some of this that's going on. And will that be a good road to use? I don't know. Before I do that, I'm just going to come through here. This will be one of our main roads. And then I'll probably run it up here and then maybe to this road. So I guess I actually could have left that. So why don't I try and fix this as best as I can. And I actually just put bus lanes on there, so I'll just go ahead and take those off. Sorry to whoever lived there. So we want a bus lane coming through here. I might even take it all the way out here and then take it up, punch through right there, and then probably take it back down this road. I don't know, this plan is kind of changing as I go. And a lot of it is just because Ulverston is kind of a mess. And then I'll probably have it come down here. I'm going to delete all of this so that I can get this to kind of come down a little bit straighter. Pull this out. Try and keep it straight and then curve it in. So now we have a pretty good set of circulating routes, and we're actually just going to delete all of these buses and do this again. So we'll have a bus stop here, and now maybe one here, here, maybe like that. So now if we come through here, we need this Ulverston bus road, and I'm just going to delete all the stops except for this Kings Road stop. And then this will be our set of bus lanes. that. There was a waypoint in here that we don't need anymore. So that's going to be our setup for now. And now I'll probably replace these with the non-articulated buses and maybe get 2 more. Just because it's a bit longer of a route now. And I just think that that's a much cleaner route. As this develops further, we're going to have to add a mirroring route. So a good place for that, to show you kind of what I mean, is Sturbridge. So if we come down here, we have this bus to train. I think it's a tram. Yep, it is. And this is working really well. At least better than buses. We've got a little bit of a backup here at Grange Road, but it is generally working well. The problem is that it's not reaching the outskirts of this city anymore. So one thing that we can do to fix that is run another parallel bus road to it and connect it in. So if I run a bus lane through here, and maybe I'll just take this one all the way up and around because it's already developed like that. And we connect that in. We're just waiting for that autosave. So now we've got buses running around here. So what I can do is come back in here with buses. I will mirror both of these stops on the other side of the street. Just making sure that that didn't mess with this line at all. And now we can come back in here and add another circulating bus route. And this one will be buses, not trams. And now we can come in here and add a route that will just circulate around like this. And maybe we'll make this a green to contrast. And this will be a bus route, Sturbridge. Does Sturbridge have a D in it? I think it does. Sturbridge bus 1. Because I imagine at some point we'll add another one over here. I'll name that bus 2, and so on. And now we just need to go ahead and get some buses on here. So we'll go into our road depot. We'll do the non-articulated buses for now and see how it runs. And we'll go ahead and add those onto that line. And now this will pick up people in this area, and then if they want to get to the train, they can stop at either of these stops, switch to the tram, and take the tram down to the train. There are going to be a lot of places that are going to need that, and I'll probably just do it kind of as I see it. It's not a huge priority, but for now, that will work. One thing that I also wanted to do while we're down here is take a look at this Chatham route. And since I upgraded all of the track with high-speed rail, we can come in here and actually add on new trains. Now, we have the BR-103. It goes 124 miles an hour. This is going to be a great train that's going to serve us really well. But right now, we don't have any cars that can use that speed. So for now, I'll stick with the Series 1042. These trains have a capacity of 80, so we want to do at least that. So that's 84. I might go up to 105. We'll paint these the dark green. We'll give them the high maintenance. And then you'll see that these will get up to top speed, and they will sit there for a long time. So like that's already at top speed, and it's going to sit at that top speed all the way down here. So that's really going to improve these lines. And then the other line that I wanted to upgrade with electric is this Tetford up to Tow-Law line. So if we just find it real quick, Tetford to Tow-Law. What's the frequency on this? 5 minutes? It's not terrible. I'll probably wait for this train to clear out a little bit and then add another one on. But while we're waiting, we can switch these out again for electric. And these have a capacity of 102. And these are actually old trains. These are A35s. So maybe we'll go to 126 with these. Get that kind of tealish color. We will let this one clear out. And then we will add another passenger train onto this line. Probably add it on right now. It should come out right here. We'll just make sure that that has the high maintenance because it's running passengers. I don't know if I've said this in previous video, but anything that's dealing with passengers, I do a minimum high maintenance. Just because I think it's a bit more realistic that you would want a higher maintenance level for anything dealing with people. You don't want it to just turn into an absolute dump. This stop, I just noticed, is kind of getting overrun with tools, so I'll probably just add maybe 2 more delivery trucks onto that line. This is still not getting a ton of timber. Off screen, I did go in and add another cargo train, but this is just, it's kind of maxed out. So we might want to think about another way to get tools, but that being said, we are getting pretty good output. I mean, as I just said, this is maxed out. There's a ton of tools here for these planes, so I think it's okay for now. Updating freight with diesel is something that we kind of want to do just as we go through. And one line that I actually wanted to take a look at was this. How is this doing for sand? It's kind of getting starved for sand because we just had a train leave and it's already down to 40. When that levels up, it's just not going to have the capacity anymore. And that makes me wonder, is this getting enough refined, actually no, it's not refined oil, it's oil sand. That's our fuel line. I'm wondering how many trains we actually have on the oil sand line. We have 2 right now. They're fairly spaced out, but there's just an infinite amount of oil sand on here. So for now, I'm going to swap these out with a diesel, a NOHAB, and we will go into our cargo. We're moving oil sand, which is this. So we'll max out the length here, give it that bluish color, and then I'm gonna get another cargo train on here, because you can see this one's just leaving now. So I'll let him clear out a little bit. I'm actually going to stop this train for a second, and I really need to remember to put that one back on. Let him clear out just a little bit. Maybe once he gets past that coffee farm, we'll go ahead and add another train on. So there we go. So we got another train on, and now I need to remember to start him back up. And now this should help us get more oil sand up to this refinery. Keep that stocked up so that we can get a good amount of, sand and fuel working its way up here. Now these trains need to be replaced. So I'm just going to replace these entirely. We want to try and have an equal amount of cargo space, because remember, these are mixed trains. So we're going to be moving sand with gondolas and fuel with tank cars. These have a capacity of 15. These have a capacity of 13. So if I get a bunch of those. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 of those. And we have 6 of these. So if we did 7 and 8, maybe, because these have a bit higher capacity than these. We do that, and we'll see how that operates. It'll be a much faster train, which with much higher capacity, so it should work pretty well. But you can see we're actually getting overloaded with oil here, which is problem with doing split trains, is eventually they will get overloaded with one good if the capacity is not the same. So I'm actually going to edit one of these, and I'm just going to add another tank car on here. So now this one is going to be heavy. It's going to be heavy with fuel versus this one, which is heavy with sand. So they're a bit different layouts now. But if we come in here, so this, if I just wait for him to fill up so that we can get some more accurate numbers. So this is our train that's heavy with oil, and this is our train that's going to be heavy with sand. I think. Yes. So we'll see how that works. I don't know. That line might need to be split up and do 2 separate trains. I don't really want to do that, but we might have to. Another thing that I noticed, and this is just kind of a mistake that I made, is we are actually delivering steel. So steel is being dropped off here for the goods factory. What the game is doing is it's essentially saying, okay, there's steel here, and there's a plane that's going to run all the way back up here to this machine area, and we know that this needs steel. So it's putting steel on this truck platform to be delivered to the airport, to be flown all the way back to the tools factory that doesn't need steel. It's already got an excess. And this is just a mistake that I made. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this. I'm going to delete this stop, and I'm going to add it back in. So we're going to configure this for really quick. Back to what it was. And I need to add the street access in. You can see I didn't quite line that up the way that I had wanted to, so I'll probably have to do a quick edit to this. So we'll bring that in here, and now we need to go and get our industrial road. Bring that over here, and then try and make a nice curve down. And now, yep, that should work. Okay, so now this is going to take steel, or sorry, it's not. Let's see, plastic. So I want the goods on station 2, like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to edit this line. And we haven't done this yet in this game, so this will be a good opportunity. I don't want it, I'm going to have it deselect everything for it to load, and it's only going to take goods. Now if I unpause, this should only put goods on this platform, not steel anymore, because these trucks are only taking goods. They will not take anything else. So now we've got a lot of steel here, and that will just, you know, it'll filter its way through the system. These planes, you know, this one, yep, he's going to take steel. And he's taking steel. I honestly don't know why he's taking steel. But you can see even with that error, we're still getting goods dropped off here to be delivered. And now we've got goods being delivered into Sutton, which is great. So now that we fixed that, we want to establish this tools line so that we can get tools shipped back up here. So how are we going to do that? We need to figure out a way to get steel here. That's what, steel here. And that is really going to be the trick. So just looking around the map right now, I'm not really sure what the best way to do it would be. There's a steel plant here, and there's a steel plant here. Now this steel plant produces slag as an output. Slag can be used all the way over here. 1 slag to make 2 construction materials. And Bradley Stoke needs construction materials. Bradley Stoke is growing purely based off of the public transportation. It is not getting either good that it needs. So we could think about using this to produce steel and slag. And we could probably do this all with trucks, because we have an iron mine here, we have a coal mine here, we have a steel mill here, and then we could probably truck the steel over here, and then maybe train the slag down here. I like that. I think that that will work. So why don't we go ahead and do that? So I'm going to delete this out. It's going to be mad with me. I might just delete it all the way back out and put in a new connection between these two cities. I'll try and follow this same path through the trees that we used, that the game used already. So if I bring a road out here, I'm just going to turn on the topography so that we can get a pretty good idea of what we're doing. You can see it's trying to merge with the train underneath. So maybe if I bring this around like this, and let me just look real quick at where we want to connect this. This road is a mess. Probably connect in right here. So if I go ahead and upgrade this road, I'll upgrade it. Bus lanes, probably not necessary right here. So I'll upgrade this through, and then I'm going to delete this out, and then take this road straight out like that. And now we can try and make connection here like that. And I'll just come through and smooth this out a little bit. So now we have a connection made, and now we need to figure out how we want to connect this in. So this is it. This is kind of crammed in right here, but I'll make it work. So we're going to want a truck stop here with 1 stop. Maybe I'll add on just a couple of these to make it look nice. And now we will add in our one-way streets. We will add in this connection here, and now we're going to run this all the way up here. So I'm going to delete this road out, because I want this to be as streamlined as I can. So now I'm going to take this, try and use that same area through the trees. Not necessary, honestly. But now where do we want to go? So we want to come in here. I'm going to probably bridge this over so that these trucks do not interfere. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to take a straight road, see where we're going. We're going there. So if I go... If I do a bridge like that, and then delete all of this out, and then curve that down and in, now where do I want to go? I want to go out there. Like that. So now that's connected in. I'm going to come back in here and smooth this out as best I can. And now I'm also going to need a truck stop here. But this one needs one stop because the steel is going to go the iron is going to go all the way through. It's not going to stop here. So if we configure this, put a little decoration there, a little extra storage. So now we'll come in here with our straight one-ways, connect that in, and now we can upgrade this. And now again, I'm going to take this whole road out so that we can make a nice connection. And then we'll bend in like that. That looks not very good, so I'll try that one more time. Quick autosave. And I'm going to try and do this whole thing with trucks. And I don't know how well that will work, but we're gonna give it a shot. So this is going to need 3 stops because we're going to need 2 to drop off the coal and iron, and then 1 for the steel to build up to be moved over to the tools factory. So now we'll just need to make a couple connections in like that. So now that's connected up. And now we just need to figure out how to get over to the tools factory. And I'll probably run a road here and just right down that way. So if we get this, I will upgrade this, and now we will take a road out here. This is a pretty big elevation change. So if I want to get down there, it's going to do a little tunnel. And I'm okay with that, because that's actually a really big hill. So now we'll run down here. And I'm actually going to prioritize this movement by running this road directly in there. Like that. So now we'll need a stop. This is going to need 2 stops. 1 for the steel to come in, and then 1 for the tools to go out. So we'll add in our one-way roads. Come back in here. Come back over and smooth this out. As best we can. And now we just need to connect this in. Let's see if I can make this look halfway decent. And I probably can if I delete that out a little bit and then connect that in. Smooth that out. So now let's make our lines. So we want a line going up here. I'm gonna have it use platform 2 for both of these. This is going to be delivering tools. So this is a truck route, Sturbridge, tools. since we might also take tools actually into Sturbridge, I'm going to say Sturbridge to airport tools. Now we need another route coming from this stop to here. And I'm going to have it use the third stop up here because the first two are going to be for drop-off. Yeah, third stop. Full load. This is going to be moving steel, so we'll make it like a dark gray. Truck route. Sturbridge steel. And then on this route, I actually just wanted to come back in here and make sure that they wait for a full load. So now we've got that set up. So now let's set up this coal route. And we'll have them use the second platform here. We'll have them wait for a full load. So this is going to be a truck route from Ulverston to Sturbridge coal. And we'll make this a gray. Oh, that's already being used. So what if I make it black? And then what if I make this purple? Cool. So really quick, let me just make sure that that is waiting for a full load. It is. And now we just need one more line from the iron up here. So this is going to be a truck route Ulverston to Sturbridge iron. We'll make this an orange color. And we will have them wait for a full load. Great, so now all of our lines are established. So now we just need to figure out how we want to get trucks onto these lines. I'll probably just go ahead and add a road depot right here. So now if we come in here, we're moving coal and iron, so we can use these dump trucks. So maybe 12 on the iron route, and maybe half as many, 6, just because it's so much further on the coal route. And now we're moving steel. So we need to use these boxcars, the tarpaulins. Maybe 6 for the steel. So these are going to be a purple color. Sturbridge steel. And then for the tools, maybe I meant to do 3. And that's that teal color. And these will be on the Sturbridge to airport tools. And now we should see all of these vehicles spawn out of here like madmen. We've got coal on this platform. We've got iron on this platform. These guys should take a ton of coal. We're probably honestly going to need more iron trucks, honestly. These guys are going to go over here and wait for the steel, which is good. And then do we have the... Yep, and then these trucks are moving down here to go wait for the tools. Perfect. So that establishes our new route for tools. And now you can see a ton of iron trucks here, all waiting to pick up iron. Again, we're probably going to need more iron trucks on here at some point. But I think for now, we're just going to let this run, and we'll see how it does. 6 coal trucks. This will be a much easier line to balance because it's just so short. But this should work well. Let's see how these lines are doing. So we've got 11 people waiting for both stops. It's actually not bad. It's doing a lot better than it was. Certainly that first airline that we put in. That was probably a little aggressive, but again, I just like doing it. And we've got pretty good amount of passengers on this line. I don't know why all these planes are so bunched up here. It's probably because we only have one runway here, but I don't think we can add... Yeah, we can't add another runway yet. So these planes are just going to have a tendency to bunch up down here, and it's going to kind of screw with all the lines. That's okay, though. So, another thing that we were talking about in the last episode is that a lot of our transportation routes no longer cover the whole area that they need to cover. So, like, if we go in here, only these dark yellow are actually getting construction materials. These are completely unserved, and these are completely unserved. So what we could do is add in a second stop. So if we pause this real quick, and we come in here, I think this is our truck stop that's delivering goods. Okay, so this is our truck stop that's delivering construction materials. So if I delete that, and then come in here with a truck stop, where can I get this so that it covers... And so this station will cover all of these. So I don't need to deliver to these with trucks. So if that's covered, where can I get another truck stop? Roughly here would work. Here would also work. That would work. That would also work. Okay, so if I put one there, and now I also want to think about covering as many of these as I can. So I'm just going to kind of fiddle around with these streets for a minute and see if I can get a stop that will cover all of these. So if I put one there. Now, so I'm thinking something like this would probably be the best that we can do. So if I go there, and now I want to come in here and I want to try and add another set of stops. Great. So now, this construction materials, it's not going to go to Stanley anymore. It's going to go up here. And that's an okay route. It's going to take... If I come through here and upgrade this with bus lanes, it's going to stay on a road with bus lanes, and then it's going to exit, drop off on a side street, come back down, go back to the station. So that will work. Now we're going to add another stop in, and we'll make this maybe a bright red. And really quick, I'm actually going to go in here and change this tram color so that it's not conflicting. And that means I need to just change the color of this real quick. So now if we come in here to line 1, this one is going to go up here. That looks good. It's going to wait for a full load. And this is going to be truck stop. It's going to be Sutton Construction Materials 2. And I'll make this Construction Materials 1. And now, how many vehicles did we have on this? We had 3. So maybe I'll put 3 on this one as well. And this is the bright red. So now we've got 2 separate truck stops delivering construction materials. One thing that I did want to look at was, how is this functioning? So we just had a train leave with a full load. These actually could probably be upgraded to diesel. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to swap this vehicle out. It's got a capacity of 176. So diesel, we'll go with a no-hab. And we're moving stone here. So if I max that out, it's got a higher capacity. I'll make this that dark gray. And could we get a second one on here? Probably not. This is kind of moving as much as it can. And this has yet to level up, and a big reason for that is that we're only delivering construction materials to one city. So you can see our train is all the way up there. So if we come in here and we swap this out, we're going to want a no-hab, and we will want flatbeds. We'll max that out, and we'll get another train on it. And I can't remember. I think I gave this a high maintenance just because it's running right into the city. If I come in here to my rail lines, this is, yeah, it's this one. Yeah, it's making good money, even with that high maintenance. So that didn't pick up any construction materials because the merge is after the fact, but that should work really well. This is running back down. I think the no-hab is good for that route. It's probably unnecessary for this route, but I'll let it run. It seems to be doing fine, and that should allow us to get more construction materials up into the city. So another thing that I want to look for real quick is if we have any other cities that could do with another passenger line, like we did down in Sturbridge. Like, Market Bosworth is super sprawled, and I mean, maybe we could put one in over here. Probably not necessary for right now. Droitwich actually is prime for another one. Even the road layout has developed in such a way, except for this bizarre mess that it's got going on over here. Try and smooth this out a little bit. So yeah, why don't we add another one here in Droitwich? So if I come in here and I upgrade this with bus lanes, and this might require a bit of destruction, because I kind of want it to use this road. So I'm going to delete that. And that. Stop upgrading. So now if I branch this in here, I pull this up here, that's a really steep. It's really steep. That's fine. It'll work. The buses will just be losing their minds. So we'll add a stop in here. We will add a stop here. And then maybe a stop. This. Actually, I'm gonna mirror that. So we'll delete that one. And I just realized that I forgot to, or I missed a road segment. So now we've got bus stops like this. We will add a bus stop here and one on this end road, maybe there. And now we can go in and add another bus route. And it will switch at both of those stops. We'll make this one dark purple color. And this will be a bus route, Droitwich, bus, what did I say, bus 1? For when I did it in Sturbridge. And now, do we have a road depot in here? Right here. So we'll go with passenger buses. Maybe I'll get 6. That might be overkill. Again, we've kind of reached the point in this game where money is really not an issue. So we'll see these buses come out. They'll come get on this line. And we'll probably... I imagine we'll probably start to see some passengers here. Let's go down and check out Sturbridge. And see if there are any passengers on these. Yeah, so there are a few. Not bad. So this is working. And that's good. We're getting a ton of passengers in here. These trains are running really well. And this is really good. Oh, wow. 370, almost 400 people on the Bradley to Thetford line. How many people are up here? That's a lot of people. I kind of want to get another train on this line. So if I were to do that, and then maybe edit these and add on like one more car to each. Autosave real quick. Again, a lot of this episode was just kind of tweaking existing lines to get them to run a little bit better. You know, kind of working on things that were broken, that had just developed in an odd way. Like Wadhurst is developing in a really bizarre way. I don't know, that's one of the things that I love about this game. And it's different than, you know, any other game I've ever played, really. The town growth in this game is so organic, and it's so fun to watch these cities develop. And you can see, already on this Droitwich line, we've got passengers taking these buses to connect in, probably to go to this train. These trains are running really well. Good number of passengers. Is anybody coming back up? Less coming back up, but a good amount coming through. These trains are full. So people who want to go up to Hornsey, a ton of people on those. And then Hornsey to Hayward. Oh my goodness. Hornsey to Hayward. So I wonder if I come in to the Hornsey to Hayward. So we've got 3 trains on there. I don't think we can squeeze in a 4th without the trains bunching up. But what I can do is I could come in here and actually add in a whole nother car. So why does that say 4? I don't know. It's doing what we want it to do. And that just brought the capacity up super high on these trains. And they're taking the whole thing. Can I even get... So that's 151 meters. Yeah, I can get another one on there. Let's do it. Why not? So now these are monster commuter trains. But the cool thing is, since these trains are single unit, they all have engines, so it doesn't affect the speed of the train at all. They, you know, like when you add passenger cars onto a standard train, they get heavier and it's still only one motor moving it. But these, because they, you know, the engine's internal, the speed isn't affected by how long you make these trains. So there's really no reason to not max it out if you've got the capacity to move the people. And you can see this is taking a full load of people. So similarly, coming up here to Wadhurst, a ton of people wanting to go back down to Haywards. So why don't we come in here Not as many people as before, so I'll probably just go with 2 for now. But we will increase the size of these in the same way that we did the others. Going up to Yeovil, that's totally fine. And then Yeovil to Colchester, that's also totally fine. That can handle it. So, really quick, before we close out this episode, let's see how this is running. So we have Steel wanting to go up here. Again, that's just a holdover. I'm just going to make sure that I actually fixed this. So this has no more steel anymore, and this has no steel here. But what we could do on this goods line is maybe add a few more vehicles. And now, how is this? So there are 2 ships here, and there's one coming back. So I really want to get another ship onto this line, because you can see that steel is the limiting factor of this goods production. That being said, we have a really good number of... Oh man, and this is doing the same thing. It's delivering tools. Where's it delivering tools? How are the tools getting up here? These planes. Alright. Hang on a minute. So, this is supposed to be machines. And I only want it to pick up machines. How are the tools getting back here? Are they putting tools? Oh, this is just a mess. Alright, so we're going to need to set up a separate delivery line. So, this Reap'em Tools line is only delivering tools. Where is this dropping off? Come in. Okay, no. So this is supposed to be machines. Machines. And this is only going to deliver machines. And now we need a new line here. Platform, yes, 2. Make it a light teal color, and this is going to deliver tools. Maybe like that, and we'll set a waypoint coming. Where is this getting tools? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I did here. Very interesting. Alright, so delete that. Reap'em Tools. You're not starting here. You're starting here on platform 2. And you'll get a full load. And then this is going to come into town, and it's going to deliver right there. Actually, I kind of like this truck stop better. Okay. I really wish we could just move these tools over. I wish it was, that smart, but... So let's just make sure we have this right. So this is... Don't deliver anything except for tools. And you don't deliver anything except for machines. And now down here. You are only delivering machines. They're taking goods. This just kind of became a total mess. But that's okay. There's a lot going on in this game, so. And so he should just take machines, right? Yes, just machines. And then machines are going to get dropped here. Goods are being taken over here. And then goods are being delivered into here. We only have goods here. Great. So we probably could go ahead and get another vehicle on this line. How is this doing for steel? It's doing okay. I think these trucks are handling that pretty well. This has a ton of coal and not enough iron. So what that tells me is that this needs more vehicles. Gonna give these high maintenance because they're running into a city up here at Ulverston. What in the world? Why are you doing that? Okay, so I'm gonna get this. I'm going to upgrade this bit of road here. And I'm going to lock it. Player ownership, upgrade streets with player ownership to regulate automatic changes. So I'm gonna do that so that no one can spawn there. I don't know why. I mean, they're not doing it like over here. Very bizarre. Tons of construction materials wanting to be delivered there. So that's construction materials 1. So we'll get them another vehicle. This is coming in again. That's just going to completely blow that away. So we'll get one more. Gotta deliver those construction materials. Now, I'm kind of surprised. I guess I'm not. This is way denser than over here. That the difference is so severe. But that's all right. All right, guys. This is bringing this episode to a close. So, we got a lot done today. This has been a really fun episode. You know, upgrading a lot, kind of dealing with some problems that arise. I actually have a lot of fun when stuff like this happens, trying to figure out kind of where we went wrong. We'll probably go ahead and take a ride on one of our new trains, maybe one of our electric trains down here. And I'm having a lot of fun making these videos. If you guys are liking them, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. You guys don't know how much it means to me that you guys are watching the videos. You know, and when I see that people like the content, it makes my day. So I will have another video out in the next couple days. And until then, I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks. Bye.